hard to put your music on hold for a little bit to do something else, but for me, it's all art, and if it's all connected to the same level of commitment and enthusiasm creatively, then it's kind of one and the same.
I think that making the video brought the resolution to the song that it needed to have in my mind, and now I can't really separate the two.
The interior of the shed needed to be so detailed that I was always primarily concerned with getting that right.
In one night, I would make 3 screwdrivers or a tape measure and a saw or something. I think I just hit the halfway mark.
For the road, we had a white treadmill, so I realized I could just put blue stripes on and invert it in post.
Every single item that we made ended up kind of being this meditation. This well, I spent probably 4 days just sitting and getting down a rabbit hole and trying to make it look perfect, and just experimenting with faux finish and modeling clay.
For the well shot, what we ended up doing was just moving the background and keeping everything else stationary, the bucket, the camera, and the light, and essentially just pulling the well up. Rolling. Very nice, very nice.
One day I decided I was going to make this hat, and it took me probably like 9 hours to make this hat, which is ridiculous. But every time I learned how to build something, I'd look back and say, okay, now I know how to do that for the next time that I need to make a miniature hat, which is never going to happen. So this whole process was just about the learning experience, and now I could probably build all of these things in half the time, but it was a lot more fun doing it when we didn't know how to do it.
All of the light bulbs that were inside of the shed, we ended up going to Chinatown and just buying like a 14-volt wall wart adapter. And then it was just a matter of basically cutting the wires off that adapter and wiring it directly to the light bulbs. We saw a M&M themed fan at Dwayne Reed for like $5. So I bought that and ripped the motor out of that and used that for the bench grinder.
We had this old micro cassette recorder, and then we ended up kind of breaking off pieces from it to attach to the projector and give it more of a realistic quality. We felt like we knew this guy by the end of it because we just spent so much time, every night we would sit down and chip away at it.
He just developed a personality, like the way he looked and the clothes that we decided to put on him would then inform what kind of tools would this guy have. If his car would be dusty or clean, and like all of those things became factors in his personality.
I feel like I wrote maybe a good 75% of this record, and I hit a little bit of a wall. And I think that that's subconsciously tied into the arc that the character in the video is going through, because once he started to follow that flow, or just kind of make the most of his surroundings and just follow his inspiration, that's when he found his inner peace. And that, looking back, that's exactly what I needed in order to finish this project and move on and finish the next record.